HWLRADIO.COM. You're here with your main man Hollywood, and today, man, we're gonna be talking about this Meg the Stallion thing that's going on. And the number one person I want to hear talk about this is Damon Dash. That's who we need to step up and speak out on this. Damon Dash, because Damon Dash could basically break down everything that's happening right now. Because it just seems like all the media keep on trying to make Jay Prince seem like he's threatening her. And he's not threatening her. He's just letting you know, like, okay, a lot of y'all people out there got cars that you got, and you know, when you want to go refinance or go get another vehicle, and then they tell you, like, oh man, you're going to need some more money or something, like, or your car ain't worth nothing now. You feel like, hey man, I want to be out of this deal. But you know for a fact that if you do anything, break any kind of contract, then people coming for that cash. So I feel like it's a lot of the people in the world, they are going to influence Meg the Stallion like to roll the dice at jacking her whole Mac, because a contract is something that's hard to come out of, especially when you ain't even put out one album yet in your contractual agreement. You at least need to come to half, a little bit over half. So that means she need to at least drop about 2 albums in the LP that they own or something, which I think she's very capable of doing, and then dropping a third one. So that's why I don't see why she just don't go to the renegotiation table with something like that. Like, I'll give you out 2 albums and an LP or something and buy my way out, and you know, like, okay, I'm out the deal, but you know, I still want that on the masters. Let's leave that master stuff alone right now, because at the end you only have to pay. Like, a lot of people right now in the business, nigga, they been in there 30, 25 years. We've been watching them on TV. These niggas right now are still trying to figure out a way to get their masters. Some record label got their masters and is living it up off of them checks. So that there, right there, I don't think none of the dummies out there that's going out there saying that that's a bad deal. No, that ain't the bad deal. The only bad part was the money that she got up front. That was the bad part, because, you know, how big of an artist she is. But at the same time, the only thing I could feel would get her that deal right now is the love of her mother, that the streets have for her mother. That's what I feel like she'll be going in off of, because, nigga, if it wasn't for your mother, you basically played yourself. But out of that, I feel like they will work with you and still, you know, give you that deal, and you can get on out that contract within, you know, 2 shows. I mean, with 2 albums. But I'm going to show you how they trying to make Jay Prince just seem like the ultimate killer. Now listen to this. This is by Tiffany Brockware. Twitter reacts to Jay Prince threatening Megan Thee Stallion. On Thursday, Rap-A-Lot boss Jay Prince decided to hop online and address Megan Thee Stallion after she reportedly accused him and Carl Crawford of trying to intimidate her in a recent temporary restraining order she filed in court. For the record, we have no problem with negotiating with Megan, but we do have a problem with dictators, he wrote on Instagram. I find it very interesting that Roc Nation would allow their employee to sign an affidavit and statement full of slanderous lies on my method of doing business when we have partnered together on several occasions. I don't think Jay-Z is aware of this, but only time will tell. That's like, nigga, that's not no threat. That's not threatening Jay-Z. That's just like, man, like, I know you ain't doing no dirty stuff. Like, we done had meetings and talked about the way that these niggas done screwed over a lot of our people. And, you know, props to me and everything on being independent and everything. Now you gonna turn around and try to do some stuff like this and come after somebody that's involved with me and try to steal their star. So he continued, Megan, even though she signed an affidavit, talked down, lied in court on documents on me, I understand how lawyers brainwash artists to milk them of funds and lawsuits that they know they can't win. And that's that contract. That's why I'm saying she could be screwing herself over because nigga, like, you go all the way out and then you just do another move to where there's no turning back from that, and then you lose, nigga, they could shelf you, and then there will be no more Megan Thee Stallion. So y'all fans gotta be careful what y'all wishing for to happen to this girl. But he continued, Megan seems to be a perfect candidate for self-destruction. Any artist in the music industry will testify that a 40% profit share is a great deal, especially for an unestablished artist that till this day has never delivered an album. So a 40% profit share definitely is pretty good. It's pretty good because, you know, it's normally not, it's a 360 deal, but you ain't getting nothing on your masters, man. But I mean, she still didn't get as much. Like I told y'all, they getting like $1 million, $4 million. So she's right about what she's asking for, but she needs to just take $50,000 out of that asking price. But I feel like she could renegotiate that $1 million and 2 albums, and everything should be good. But Megan responded with a post on her own celebrating her court win and calling the grown men out yet again for their alleged vile threats. Twitter was not here for it. And you hear how they vowed threats. Like, boy, they try to make them the worst niggas ever for, like, man, you trying to break the contract and cry wolf, but you ain't gave me not one album. Like, we got a 4-album deal. That's an extreme. That's pretty extreme right there. So if you can get a 2-album deal and some more money into that beginner thing, then you should be good. But we got people on Twitter reacting to it. Megan filed a lawsuit. This is Meg Batter Ginsburg at Ash Got This. Megan filed a lawsuit saying they were using Jay Prince to intimidate her. And what does this nigga do? Make an intimidating post. I don't know how intimidating that was, but it was definitely like, hey man, I know you ain't playing. Because nigga, we ain't taking that. Like you said, man, they done did this to, like they done did it before, or they didn't try to. But you ain't gonna do it. You didn't do it then, and you ain't gonna do it now. So cut it on out. But we got Moore's Gifts says, say Jay Prince named 5 times in the reflection of a CD and 22 niggas dressed in belly pill gonna appear and stump you out. Now that's definitely creative, hilarious, but. He said his name 5 times in the reflection of a CD. That was classic. But then we got Bottled Water and fucking awesome said Jay Prince is weak as hell for trying to throw Meg's mother in there at the end of this little bitch fit. And I don't think he's weak. I'm thinking that he's actually saying, man, like, hey, you lucky we got love for your mama, man, because you doing some foul stuff. That's what that is saying. So I see you're not from the streets. But economy's still tight. At Uno and them says Jay Prince basically said this is a great contract and Meg ain't going nowhere. Also, Jay-Z can get smoke if he wants it. No, he's not actually saying that, but he said, Jay-Z, I know you ain't stepping out the box. But he definitely might be saying that. I ain't his lawyer. But he definitely might be telling Jay-Z you don't want no smoke. Because he did like, hey, nigga, Jay-Z must not know about this stuff. So then we got 2-24 Snake, Purple Heart, Yellow Heart, Racetrack at Chris Cheats. Carl Crawford and Jay Prince when Meg Thee Stallion tried to renegotiate her contract. And then he put a little video up. And then we got winners, Local Hunters. Megan naming Jay Prince in this lawsuit proves her work ethic and hunger. She's ready to die about her money, and I respect it. Yeah, I respect it too, but at the same dang on time, a lot of the courts got to respect that dang on contract. And that's why I'm saying, like, she needs to think about, like, she don't need to think about trying to just come all the way out. She needs to think about coming down on them albums. That'll be the best and logical, most reasoning, like, 2-album deal. I mean, that's like, you know, you got a job and like, man, I need to find somewhere else. And you just gotta work that job till you get somewhere else. But at the same time, if you working a job trying to save up for a company or something, and you know you only gotta go here and do 2 albums, which is basically a year, you're gonna do it. Basically, man, it's just the best way. It's the only thing that's gonna really work. Only thing. But that's exactly, we got Beja at Written by Beja on Twitter. That's exactly how she's going to win her case. People can't even talk about Jay Prince without preluding an ominous or threatening prementioning. She had the court on her side the moment she alluded to gang and mob ties. If Carl was smart, he'd drop her now and pay out. I mean, it's just not that easy, and especially after you done paid so much. But at the same dang time, I see what they getting at, because Megan Thee Stallion could be a big ass snitch, man. That's what I'm trying to tell ya. Megan Thee Stallion could just be a snitch, and everybody's just hyped. And you know, like, hey, forget it. I'm about to Tekashi 6ix9ine. Everybody. I'm Tekashi 6ix9ine it, man. Y'all don't get me out my contract. I'm Tekashi 6ix9ine. So I don't know what the heck's going on, but like I said, you know, evidently she's ready to Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's the only thing I can see coming out of this, like the leverage that she would have after reading the contract and everything, because like I said before, boy, the masters is hard to come by. Boy, the masters is hard to come by. Ask some of your favorite rappers right now, do they got their masters? And you'll see what I'm getting at. Some of the #1 hits out there, you don't have to own the masters to. A majority of them. Your favorites. The songs that's going to always continuously get played. People don't own their masters. The labels do. So, that there, man, is like, nigga, actually working today, and they like, hey, man, check this out. We gonna hire you on, but you know, you gonna have a 401k, but you get your 401k and your check. Nigga, that's extra money. They just so I don't see how that part's the bad deal. Like I told you before, the only thing I see is the bad part of the deal is the money grab. Like, okay, your advance. But I mean, they in the money now. So you don't even really need an advance when you're getting $100,000 a show. You just need the money right. So that's another thing you can think about there too. And get that deal all the way through. Just 2 albums. It's your best bet. Listen to a nigga that know. I'm in a contract right now. No, this I don't fucking like. Let me take that back, because YouTube, man, you say that F word, nigga, they demonetize any video. I don't care if you slip up and say it once. I was like, dang, man, what the heck is going on with y'all? Like, is it the YouTube models? I'm going to tone it down a little bit today. But that's going to be the show, and I'm out.